What follows here is the playing of Narset Brawl, accompanied by a series of non-sequitors. I call it the Non-Sequitor Challenge. Oh, do we not have a bump for that? I thought we'd have a title, you know, who? No? Peas cans. Did you know that ice cubes don't have to be cubes? Whatever thing you put them in, that's what they'll be. Did you know that giraffes don't like ice? Go ahead, try to fact check that. See if you can. You can't. Fizzgig. That's the spirit. Fizz. Go. Fizzgo. Fizzgo for Fizzgig. That sounds like a holiday special in an alternative universe. A Fizzgo for Fizzgig. A holiday special in 3 parts. Hearken, friends, to the tale of the Fizzgo and the Fizzgig who needed it. 'Twas a dreary Blumber Bay afternoon when Fizzgig, Fizzgo's the holiday, Fizzgig's the thing. 'Twas a dreary Brumble Bay when Fizzgig, the Framble, climbed out of his bramble. His, now they don't need genders, them bramble. Hello, said Fizzgig, which surprisingly was in English. I am Fizzgig, them said to no one's in particular. They were, them were just friendly. Where'st shall I find a Fizzgo on this fine Fosby morn? The answer may surprise you. All right, what are they doing? This non sequitur bit is, but what are they doing? They're a series of, okay. Yeah, sure. Wow. Oh. Okay. No. It was at that point that Fizzgig was cracked, right in them's head by a space blundle. Fizzgig's people had, wait, can this return permanent? So Fizzgung's people had recently alluded to the existence of aliens, and so the spaceship came as nary a surprise to Fizzgig. Wow. Okay, let's cycle you for 4. Okay. The spaceship had within a small robot named 2G. Fizzgig said, hello! And 2G said, Fizzgig, you don't know me, but I am from your future, and something terrible is gonna happen this Fozbag, or whatever your holiday's called. I can't keep it straight. To which Fizzgig said, hello, Fizzgig, get it together, man. I'm from your future. Don't you want to solve the problem? To which Fizzgig said, hello. Ah! 2G was apoplectic. Why would this small creature not listen to reason? He tried a new tactic. Fizzgig, if you don't say something besides hello right now, after this sentence, as soon as I've concluded talking, I will use my large robotic hands and strangle you to death. Fizzgig opened his mouth and ate an acorn. This made 2G deeply unhappy. Can this be? No. Let's do this. G2 walked back to his spaceship. No, 2G, not the same. 2G walked back to his spaceship. Angry. He looked around until he finally found the Universal Translator. Why this had not occurred to him sooner is an interesting question. This one to you. But with the Universal Translator in hand, 2G walked back at the spaceship, pointed it right at Fizzgig's stupid little head, and said, say hello again. To which Fizzgig said, hello. The translator beeped, booped, and blurgled. Ooh. Let's do this. Suddenly, the blurgling turned into conscious talkating. I am Fizzgig. Hello. Ah! Said 2G. That Fizzgig. Listen to me very carefully. In 10 years from this very day, things have been set in motion. You will try to have the merriest fuzz bang or funk bunk or whatever you do that anyone's ever seen. However, you will party so hard that the pollution created by your partying will permanently damage this planet, causing all your little biz friends to melt. I have been sent by the Intergalactic Council to stop this from happening. What say you, Fizzgig? Will you join me to save your people? Fizzgig looked at G2. 2G, it's not me. It's not even close to me. It's blue. He's blue. Fizzbiz looked at 2G and said, hello. The Universal Translator bleeped, blobbled, and blurgled. Can I? Yes. Bleeped, bloggled, and blurgled. And G2 heard this from the machine. No way, man! I'm gonna party till everyone on this whole stinking rock melts! The end. A cantaloupe often isn't the ripest fruit in the market. A dog's journey is never done. A bird in the hand? Hard to hold. What? I just heard a knocking. Did you hear a knock? What? 2G, what are you doing here? Yes, it's me, 2G. And I take umbrage. Umbrage with that story you just told. What umbrage? I would never give up. I'm 2G. Well, sure, but I just thought that you thought nothing. Finish the story. And this time, do it right. Okay. So, Fizzbang said, Fizzgig said, thems was gonna party. Heedless of the problems inherent within that party. But 2G wouldn't suffer that. No! 2G knew that. Oh, this is risky. This is so risky. This play is so risky. This is. Oh, no. Okay. This is fine. We drop this. Whoa. Okay. Loving that. Loving that. If Ugin sticks, we got a real game going. Right, but 2G back on his ship says, all right, no, just because Fizzle Bizzle wants to party is no reason for an entire species to be dragged back into the dregs of drudgery. 2G began to hatch a plan. He knew he would have to have cunning and guile and wile. He thought and he thunk and he sat. How will I stop this Fizzgig from partying his planet into total annihilation? How? It was a conundrum. A true brain buster. He knew he would need to have something attractive to Fizzgig. He couldn't coerce him, and he couldn't hurt him. He was too small and cute with a name like Fizzgig. You better believe the little critter was adorbs. 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 Edelweiss. There's your non-sequitur of the day. Edelweiss. Right. So, what could he do? What could he do? He thought. He stewed. He ruminated. He discussed amongst himself. Yet nothing came to mind or memory. It was a tricky situation. Draw a card. Blood Curdle. Okie dokie. Still get the double if I draw something smoky. That's not it. That's not it at all. I'll play it though. Then suddenly, 2G got a real spicy idea. A brain-busting, gut-bellowing, brilliant idea. An idea that would change everything. Oh, forgot to end my turn. 2G, not G2, 2G. Walked back out to Fizzgig. Stared thems in their beady little gravy eyes and said, "Hey, you beady little gravy-eyed creep. I've got something to say to you." Fizzgig said hello, which meant oh yeah, and 2G said oh yeah. What's going on here? What's the that was odd. You're right. And 2G said oh yeah, and Fizzgig said hello, which as we all know means oh yeah. We're on the Punch-a-Madougan plan. "2G knew that whatever he did next would be a true reckoning of the day. Again, stared he directly into them's little gravy eyes. In 10 years, I am planning on throwing you the best party you've ever seen. But you will not get said party unless you are alive and all your species is alive. So, Fizzgig, I put it to you. Live or die. Party now or party hardy. For what you do not know is that I, 2G, am a robot designed exclusively for partying, sent here by the Council of Wizards. Terrible partying wizards who know nothing but the taste of party within their stained beards. Fizzgig betrayed nothing by them's looks. They simply stared and said, hello. To be continued.